know we have 3 candidates today. Here are their CVs for you to take a look at.
Okay, so we're looking for an assistant head to teach year 6 and a teacher for a year 2 class, right?
Yes, personally I quite like Carrie James and Thomas David Harris. We'll give them each a fair chance, of course.
Well, yes, of course. Shall we bring the first candidate?
Can we have Kaylee James, please?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Kaylee James? Right, well, we have your CV here. Let's start with your qualifications.
Right, I see here you've had 11 GCSEs from A to B. The French, English, Welsh and RE is very suitable and impressive for the assistant head in year 6 teaching position. How do you feel to take on that responsibility?
Well, to be totally honest with you, I didn't originally think I'd be taking that on, but I'm very open-minded and always up for a challenge.
Yes, I did notice your age. You are very young and we are looking for someone with experience with older, more inquisitive pupils. Also, the pupils and staff in this school are very dependent on the assistant head's decisions, etc.
Yes, that is something to take into consideration, of course. Now it's over to you. Why is teaching for you?
Well, I've always wanted to teach, ever since I was a little girl, and I've always loved working with children. For instance, I work with many children as a piano teacher from the age of 15. Although I don't have much experience, what I do have is a passion for teaching and helping children with their education. I worked for the RSPB and WDA for 3.5 years, marking trailers for them, and at that job I developed good communication skills. I think this would help me if I were to get the job as assistant head, because I'll be able to get my points across to all the teachers and also be able to control a class of loud, confident pupils.
Right, well thank you for your time. We will be in touch soon.
Thank you.
Next.
Can we have Thomas David Harris, please?
Well, good afternoon, Thomas Harris. We have 2 jobs on offer. The assistant head and teacher of year 6 and a year 2 teacher. Which would you feel more comfortable in?
It's Thomas David Harris, actually. But yes, I'd of course prefer the assistant head in year 6 position. I have much more experience with old children. I can't stand the little blighters under my feet.
Oh, how wonderful. We do of course need a bit of discipline in the younger years. From looking at your CV, you like to take part in many relaxing activities. You could maybe bring that into your lessons?
Well, of course not. Yoga is a personal relaxation method to calm my nerves, not share it with the pupils. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure if your qualifications quite match up to what is needed in these positions, but we will deliberate to see if you're suitable.
So, what techniques would you use to discipline the children but also make sure they learn and keep interest in the topic?
I personally believe that the way to keep a class silent and obedient is to use stern words and a good old clip on the ear. Those ways of teaching certainly does and will keep a class interested. I demand a certain amount of respect from my pupils, and if this is not maintained, I will not think twice about whacking the runt across his rosy red buttocks.
Thank you for your time. We'll be in touch soon. Gosh, he was a handful.
Oh, Martha, don't be so rude. Can we have Sean Jeffers, please?
Oh, hello. Good morning, Miss Jeffers.
Good morning. I'm here for the year 2 teaching job.
Ah, right, okay. Well, let's get on with it. What do you think that you have will be suitable for the year 2 teaching job?
Yes, I do see here that you've had lots of experience with young children. Teaching Welsh to a 7-year-old, wow, that's an impressive achievement.
I think the fact that I've worked with children for quite a few years, including one-to-one tuition and work experience in a school for children with special needs, I'll be able to work with even the most difficult of children. Also, I can work around the children's religions, as I have worked with Muslim and Christian children while in Bosnia. I am energetic enough to work with young children and have always excelled in PE lessons. I am reasonably musical and earned grade 7 harp. I believe school must be enjoyed, not dreaded, and tried to make the most of the opportunities while I was at school.
Well, I'll have to say that was a very impressive answer. I, for one, am pleased.
Yes, I suppose it was suitable. Thank you for your time, Miss Jeffers. We will be in touch soon.
Thank you.
Well, that seemed like a very easy decision, eh?
Yes, I think Thomas David Harris is perfect for the assistant head. And I suppose that Jeffers woman is the most suitable for the year 2 job.
What? I felt like I was back in school when Mr. Harris came in. So boring. I couldn't bear to let him loose on our kids. Katie James has all the qualifications and experience for the job.
Well, what's wrong with some discipline being fed into the school? Katie James is very young, and taking her on would be a very big risk, Miss Jones.
There's a difference between discipline and cruelty, Mrs. Simons. Yes, Katie James is young, but she's feisty and different. She'll have new ideas, and even if it is a risk, it's one worth taking, I assure you.
Look, there's no point in us arguing constantly. There are 3 candidates out there itching for our decision, which we need to make. You know my personal views on the subject, but I'm willing to take the sacrifice. Okay, so the decision is... Can we have Kaylee James, please?
We have looked at your CV, and we both agree that your teaching techniques will fit in with our school.
We are also aware that by employing you, we are taking a very big risk because of your age. Although saying that, we believe that you will fit in very well at this school and that you are more than capable.
So, after much contemplating, we have decided that the Year 6 and assistant head job is yours if you want it.
Thank you very much. That is well appreciated.
We will give you a call when we've decided when you start.
Thank you.
Can we have Thomas David Harris, please? Hello, sir. After much deliberation, we have come to a conclusion.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we cannot offer you the assistant head and teacher Year 6 job. We feel your methods are, for a milder word, old-fashioned, rather aggressive and strict towards our pupils.
Well, that's a pile of nonsense, surely. This is the 5th school I've been to who have said the same thing. What's wrong with a bit of discipline these days? Who the hell do you think you are rejecting me?
I'm so sorry, Mr. Harris, but that's our decision, I'm afraid.
How dare you!
And you thought we should hire him? I've never experienced someone as awful as that in my life.
Yes, well, let's carry on. Can we have Sean Jeffers, please?
Hello, we have good news. You have the Year 2 teaching job. Your working experience with young children is very impressive and suitable for the position.
Oh wow, thank you for the amazing opportunity. I've always wanted to inspire young minds. Thanks again.
Well, that's no problem, I suppose. Congratulations.
I'm so glad about who we've hired.
Yes, well, what we had, I suppose it was okay. A bit stressful. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.